Alright guys, we're going to talk about one more thing that's kind of a handy little feature, which is setting prompts in K shell and bash. So we're going to start with a very simple example, and I'm going to set the prompt to classic user at host. Okay? So to do that, we would export ps1 variable. Okay? And in this case, log name is going to return the output of the command in closed parentheses. So to show the current path used, we would use the pwd variable. So we do export ps1 equals log name, host name, and then the pwd variable. And the result's going to be something similar to this. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if it works in bash first. So I'm going to do export ps1 equals single quote. I'm going to set a variable which is log name. I'm going to say at. So we're setting the prompt, guys. And guys, what the prompt is this thing right here. So right now my prompt is Kevin at Kevin VirtualBox. Okay. So we're kind of setting the variable here. So we're going to have the log name, which will show up here. We have that and sign, which is what we're typing in right now. Okay, and then we're going to have the host name and the primary working directory. Okay, so we'll do that, and then host name -s colon $, so pwd variable $, single quote. All right. Make sure I typed everything in right here. Alright. And there you go. Okay, as you see, it kind of took it literally here for me. So it quite literally put log name and host name .s and pwd as my prompt. Okay. So when I do host name, you see this is the host name. And if I do, let's see if I do log name. Yeah. When I do log name, you see that it's Kevin. Okay. And then when I do pwd, you see that it's home/Kevin. Okay. Clear my screen. So this will actually, when I turn my machine off, this should revert it back to what it was before. This doesn't actually set it permanently. Okay, but that's kind of how you can change your prompt, which can actually be useful, because if I were to switch directories, in this case it won't do it, so if I do desktop. So if this were to accept this variable like it should have, you would see that this would actually change to desktop, right? So this can be handy, so it kind of tells you where you're at so you don't get lost in the system. That's why kind of changing your prompt can be nice. It can help you keep track of what host you're on, what directory you're in, and things like that. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up what we did in this session. We talked about command line options, the set command, parent and children, inheritance, exporting, dot scripts, startup scripts, environmental variables, and prompts in K shell and bash. Next session, we're going to go over conditional expressions, testing strings, testing options, numeric conditions, testing completion status, truth and corn and bash shells, the case statement, loops, while and until, so the while and until loops, the for loop menus and the select statement, redirection and loops, and when to use different constructs. If you're looking for a little bit of extra help, be sure to follow these links for weekly and monthly private tutoring sessions for system administrator management and Linux and bash scripting private tutoring sessions. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Looking forward to seeing you in session 5.